Hello, I'm Craig McLean and welcome to this very brief bit of footage from the Birmingham NEC show that we recorded just last weekend. By the time you see this video, it'll probably be a couple of weekends ago, but when we recorded it, it was only last weekend. An absolutely outstanding show that me and my mate Anthony both really enjoyed. We actually spent 2 days there, the Saturday and the Sunday, but it is a 3-day event, the Friday, Saturday and Sunday. One of which I would certainly like to take the escort behind me to next year if I get the opportunity. Just don't know whether I'll be up for the full 3 days, it's probably a bit much. But anyways, it was an absolute amazing show. I would definitely recommend to anyone to have a visit there. That's the classic show in November at the Birmingham NEC. A brilliant show, yeah, definitely attend that if you get the chance. So I'll let you have a look at some of the fantastic stuff on show right now. Well guys, where better to start than a car that is very close to my own heart, obviously, the Mark 1 Escort. This one here, built by Motorsport tools, brand new, 71 plate, crazy money. This one has the BDG engine, which is obviously the most expensive option as well. Yeah, really crazy money, but amazing that you can buy these brand new now. And some of the touches inside and outside were really stunning. Some nice little touches with the interior I thought was really stunning. It had some modern touches, but still a real beautiful example of a classic. Now then, the paintwork on this Mark 1 Escort van was absolutely mind-blowing. As you'll see when we go around, it's Peaky Blinder themed. Absolute awesome. I can only imagine the people who have done this are probably the owners, because I wouldn't like to imagine how much a paint job like this costs. The detail, the shine, everything about it was absolutely beyond words. I'm struggling to find words to describe it, if I'm honest. I'll let you just have a good look at it, because I don't think I need to say anything more. It is stunning. Now then, this stepside pickup, American stepside pickup, really caught my attention for a couple of reasons really. The main one being the colour. That is one of the most beautiful colours I think I've ever seen. It just looked amazing under the lights in the NEC. The other one being the style of it, the stance. I love how low it is, the wheels, the chrome work. It was just an all-round amazing vehicle. You know, that's exactly how I like to see them stepsides built. You know, the colour for me was the big winner though. Now then, Dodge Chargers. Who doesn't remember the Dodge Chargers from the childhood, watching the likes of the Dukes of Hazzard? God knows how many of them they destroyed back in the day. Stunning cars. It was, like I say, it was the Dukes of Hazzard that got me into these. It's the original. I think this is a later shape, if I'm right in saying. I'm not too clued up on the Chargers, but I think it's this one here that's the one I like. I think is this the earlier one. I think the one where the headlights are behind the grille. This is the shape I fell in love with, but I've got to be honest, I did not realise how big they are. They are absolutely massive. Now then, this has got to be quite possibly my favourite car of the show. I'd never heard of a Vauxhall Firenza before. I can only imagine it's Australian, or I don't think it's English anyways. But this, both me and my mate said, wow, that is awesome. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of Vauxhalls. I do like a couple of Vauxhalls, but this was on another level. The detail, the quality of workmanship, everything about it just drew us in. It was quite simply one of the best cars of the show, in my opinion. Wow. Now then, SC Cobras. People keep asking me as well, what other projects would you like to do in future? And I would definitely put one of these on the list. I absolutely love a nice AC Cobra, and I would love to build one day. Whether it is a future build or not remains to be seen, but I just think they're an amazing looking car. I really do. You know, some of these are original ACs, others are kit cars. And like I say, I'm not that clued up on them that I would know the difference, if I'm honest, without looking too close. But real stunning cars, and one that I certainly really love. Another Mark 1 Escort, this one Cosworth powered. This one had some modern touches here and there applied by the owner. Still a very outstanding example though, they hadn't taken it too far. It was just a real nice build. Now then, these were actually twin-engined Minis. So in a second you'll see in the back, there's one A series in the back, you can just see there, and another A series in the front. And what I find hard to understand how they get these to run properly, because that would require both A series to be tuned to within a couple of brake horsepower of each other, I would imagine, to run correctly. So I would imagine that's quite a challenge to get them to run, you know, to run well. Still though, four-wheel drive you gain from this conversion, obviously. Now then, an absolute immaculate example this was, a 1275 GT in completely original and standard condition. And here's another fine example. The Escort Cosworth isn't bad either, is it? Yeah, this was definitely one of the nicest Escort Cosworths I think we came across at the NEC. Makes you think about how much money's worth there must be in these halls. It must be into the billions, it really must. Sorry. Crazy money in these halls. Sierra Cosworth. Again, I'm not too clued up on the Sierra Cosworths. I think this one is an RS 500. I couldn't be 100%. But a very fine example nonetheless. And a Mark 1 Fiesta. This one was absolutely immaculate in pretty much every example, in every area. Sorry, I mean, you'll see in a second the seats have even got the plastic covers on from new. Everywhere you looked on this car, it was factory fresh. In fact, probably better than factory fresh. And the only one thing I've seen that kind of let it down was the exhaust manifold was really rusty. The rest of the car was really exemplary. Hence the reason why I got a bit of footage of it. Here we are on, I think it's the RS stand this was on. Some absolutely outstanding Escorts here on this stand. This one being an RS 2000, and that colour for me is one of the nicest colours in the RS, the Mark II RS, I think. I just think it really suits that colour, and that one was a really beautiful example. Another real nice example here, and this red one, again in pretty much original condition. And I was just wondering whether crazy stands for the amount of money that must have went into the restoration, because anyone who is into the classic Escorts will know the stupid money that you have to throw at them to get them to this standard. It really is beyond a joke. There really wasn't a bad car on this RS standard. Really chose some top examples. Lovely attention to detail. couple of Fiesta RS turbos. As with the Sierras, again, I'm not too clued up on the ins and outs of the Fiesta RS turbos, but these were real beautiful examples that I couldn't walk past without getting a bit of footage. Nice to see that there is still people out there keeping these cars going and keeping them as nice as these two. Now then, this was a very early Mark 1 Escort. This had some really early touches. If you notice as we go past here, the door handles are the really early examples, where the key is actually part of the button rather than a separate barrel. This one being the twin cam version. And what always amuses me about these is that the air filter on top of the cam cover there just looks like an exhaust back box. It really does tickle me, that. And I think it was my mate Anthony who noticed that the engines in them are at a bit of an angle. They all seem like the engines sit at an angle, but there was a few twin cams there and they were all the same, so it's clearly meant to be that way. I think this one was Escort Gar Track. I'm not 100% there, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that one was a Gar Track. Another Cosworth powered Mark 1 Escort, another fine example. Real nice colour this one was, I thought. And this one as well. This one had a crazy amount of negative camber, as you can just see there. Must be 5 or 6 degrees or more. I bet the owner doesn't have to get some tyre wear with that one. This one obviously running a Pinto. Now then, Honda powered Mark II Escort. If I remember rightly, this was the Honda engine out of the Integra Type R. Great for reliability. Not one for the purists though, let's say. Again, I'll have to apologise for some of the footage. It was really difficult to get good footage of these cars because it was such a busy show. I really struggled to get footage of some of the vehicles because there was just that many people standing around, as you can see right here. This was another fine example on show. Couple more Sierra Cosworths. I think this was on Paul Linfoot's stand. Now, Paul Linfoot, you'll have probably seen on Adam Smith's videos. Adam often goes to Paul's workshop. He's got some amazing cars in that workshop, a lot of memorabilia and a lot of cars from the Sierra touring car days. This one, another one, this is an RS 500. Actually seen Paul on the stand. It's quite weird because, you know, you see people from YouTube and it's almost like you've seen someone really famous, and a lot of the time it's just people like myself that have got, you know, a couple of thousand subscribers, but when you see them it's almost like you met someone famous. Now these guys are also on YouTube. This is Odd Autos. These guys build a lot of really unique stuff. This is one where they give themselves a month and £10,000 and they have to get a random car that they pick from eBay done within that time. They also done here the Beetle Shorty and the Golf Shorty that you'll see in a second. And you'll just see probably in the distance at the back there's a mini camper van. I don't think I got any decent footage of that, unfortunately. That's another one they've just done recently. Now then, I don't know what it was about this bus, but I just fell in love with this bus. The character of classic buses like this, to me, they make the modern equivalents look crap. You know, look at the level of detail in this. This is from back in the day when things were made to look nice, not just function correctly. Don't get me wrong, a modern bus will be far more, you know, reliable and refined than this, but this is just in another league, in my opinion. You know, the level of detail, you just don't get that today. You know, the gold leaf lettering that you'll just see on the back here, that was from, you know, for me, that was from the time when things were done to look nice, not just function. I just really fell in love with this bus. Imagine how much money's worth must be in a restoration like that. Now then, Renault 5 Turbo 2. I'm told that these are absolutely insane money. This one was a beautiful example. Absolutely immaculate in everywhere. I really liked the kind of yellow winter tint that this one had on it. Just really looked the part. Now here we are on the Mustang stand. Again, I don't know a hell of a lot about Mustangs, but what I do know is I definitely prefer the classic Mustangs to the modern ones. But that's me in most scenarios, to be honest. I'm definitely a bigger fan of classics. To me, there's just more character. Well guys, that's it. Thanks very much for watching. Well guys, I'm sure you'll agree, there's some absolute awesome cars there. Some of the highlights from the day will probably be the Motorsport Tools Mark 1 Escort. You know, not within everyone's price range, very expensive, but fantastic that you can actually still buy them again. It's brilliant that you can still buy Mark 1 Escorts in you know, modern day times. It's fantastic, but yeah, the price is probably out of reach of most people. Another one of the highlights was definitely the Vauxhall. I forget the second name, I forget the name of it now. I'd never heard of one until the show. Just reminded me of a scaled down Dodge Charger, because I didn't realise just how big Dodge Chargers were until this show. I've always been a massive fan of them, but when you stand next to them, they are absolutely huge. I bet if you were to use them on our roads, they would handle like a cathedral on wheels. But yeah, absolutely stunning car that was, amazing build. But it was a car that both me and my mate turned around and said, that is awesome. You know, it was one of the cars that just took us by surprise. But yeah, some amazing stuff on show. Some of the highest quality stuff I've seen at a show in a long time. Really inspiring for our own builds, I've got to be honest. It was also really great to see some of the people I watch at YouTube there. I went up to the Odd Auto stand. They had some very unusual stuff on display. That's the type of stuff they build, is really unusual stuff. Yeah, so it was nice to meet up with them guys in the flesh. Thanks very much for you guys who came up to me and recognised me from the videos. I really appreciate that. That was fantastic as well. Sorry I don't know your names, but it was really great that you came over to me and introduced yourselves. So that was great. Nice to meet some of the viewers. So the next video will probably be either the first drive of the RS behind me, hopefully, or I've been asked to review a very special car. I said I would probably never do reviews because it's not really me, but this is such a special car that I'm honoured to be able to review it. So hopefully I'll get you some footage of that within the next couple of episodes as well. So yeah, one of them two will be definitely the next video. So anyways guys, thanks very much for watching. If you want to see the footage I've just been talking about and more to come in future, please keep watching. Thanks very much for your views, thanks very much for your likes, much appreciated. So until next time guys, thanks very much for watching.